Well, hey folks, today I want to revisit one of my favorite places to practice because it's so efficient and it really does give you instant feedback on how you're doing, and it saves you a lot of work and walking back and forth while you're working on your throws. So we're going to check it out right after the intro. Okay, so one of my favorite places to practice is the baseball nets, pitching nets, hitting nets around baseball fields. The good news is they're usually near disc golf courses. They're kind of in the same area a lot of times. So if you happen to have any kind of rec area near you, these baseball fields are firstly not a bad place to throw out in the open, but also to go get in the nets and practice your throws. They're much more efficient because you've got this net where you don't have to worry about shanks, but your discs are only going to go so far, then you can go pick them up and do it again. I kind of compare it to the backboards in tennis. It's really going to give you more practice faster. You're being more efficient with your practice. And you don't have to use the hoop like I do. You could just tie a piece of paper or a cup or anything as your target. As long as you've got something to focus on, that you can start working on your throws and getting consistent hitting on or near that target. It's going to give you that quick, instant feedback that's really going to help you understand what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong. So I've talked long enough. Why don't we jump into the nets, and I'll add a little extra along the way. Okay, so you're not going to need to see the rest of my body. I'm just going to be throwing some shots. You can see me throw. But I really do think this is such a great setup because that distance, trying to hit that gap, hit that hoop, is about the distance a lot of times we're trying to get around trees and other things, especially when we're in the woods. And so if you can build confidence hitting that target from this distance over and over again, it's really going to help your scramble game and hopefully your driving, your all-around game. If you're struggling with getting the nose down, lower the hoop some, so that you're always driving right at that height that you want to be throwing at. If you're struggling throwing it, turfing it into the ground, raise it up a little higher. Okay, let's throw a few. Nose up. A little bit lower. Oh, just in. So think about if you've got one of these near your disc golf course. You could come out, spend 10 minutes just warming up doing this. Your body's already starting to think and focus and warm up for hitting those shots. It'd be a great warm-up place. See, I can tell there's a headwind, but I'm also just getting that nose up. Down is better. Well, the bungee sort of helped. All right, so now it just becomes trying to hit the target. Right through, all right. Got it. All right, well, I gotta go reset that. Okay, so now, got a quick warm up there. You don't just have to throw a flat shot. I can work on my Hyzer shot. I want to try to be having that go through that hoop at that angle. One of the things I talked about in one of my latest videos is focusing on your target. I'm looking at that target. I'm not looking at anything else when I'm trying to throw. I'm pulling up, not driving through. Well, corrected that one to perfection. Oh, Pete. All right, drive through. This is so good to show you where you're making your mistakes. and getting warm quickly. When I'm not focused and paying attention, what I do, I lift up, get the nose up, and I pull to the left. Oh, Pete. Well, I'm consistently pulling to the right now. There we go. What's nice is your misses start to get smaller and smaller. You notice even when I'm missing the hoop, they're all getting near there. And that's helping build more consistency on the target. So while I'm picking these up, one of the things that happened in the last tournament I played was that I was in the woods and I had to make a tight shot. And I stepped up to the shot and I went, well, heck, that hole's bigger than the hoop that I throw through. And so I was able to calm down and I had a much better thought. My thoughts were much better, much more relaxed as I stepped up to make the throw because it wasn't nearly as hard as hitting this hoop. That's the other added bonus of doing stuff like this is anything bigger than that hoop and you start to go, I can hit that. All right, now let's work on a little Anhyzer. Pushed it. Drive through. Oh, Pete. That's good to know. I'm releasing early. I'm not committing to the shot. Better. Take that. I meant to bring a weight to weight that down. All right, let's reload. Try some Anhyzers again. As long as that stand's standing, I can get a general idea if I'm hitting the hoop or not. This is why this is so important, because you get that instant feedback. You're not worried about what if I grip lock like that and it goes flying, but you can immediately see what did it feel like. What did it feel like when I gripped that one? And you're building in quick muscle memory of good, bad. That was good, just a little left. My misses on the Anhyzer are left, so I need to keep that in mind. A little low. Better. A little low, but better. All right, do you ever just get lazy and you know you need to take a break and do something you need to do? Well, I finally just said enough is enough. And so I went and got another bungee cord. And so now I've got it bungeed top and bottom, so hopefully it will hold still. I need to work on my Anhyzer some more. Oh, look at that nose up. Gotta pop that thing. Oh, pulled across, I yanked instead of drove. All right, last three. See if I can get them all through. Nope. 2 out of 3. All right, so now I'm gonna work on my forehands a little. Well, I'm pushing. Better, nose down. There we go. I'm popping up like this instead of driving through. There we go. Thing is, you can feel it right out of your hand. So the more you can throw, the more you can teach yourself good, not good. I think one of the best teachers is just getting out and throwing a lot of discs. Let's see if I can knock this thing back into shape. It's better with the bungee, but even when it spins, it still gives me a target. And I'm trying to hit the target, or I know kind of generally where it is. So it's not perfect, it's getting there. To be honest, I've got ideas of how to make it where it's really good, but also carryable, if that's a word. So anyway, there you go. If nothing else, I hope that'll inspire you. You don't even need that. Just get a paper target. Get something, just pin it on the back of the net there, and just use that as your target and try to hit it over and over again. It'll really help you hone in your shots, especially if you're struggling with a little bit of control. Throw a bunch of discs and your control will get better. There you go. That's all I got for today, and I hope to see you out on the course.